Okay, it should be live now. Alright, here we are. Start of a new game, Remnant 2. Sequel to the underrated gem that was Remnant from the Ashes. Third-person shooter. Takes a lot of inspiration from the Souls games. And yeah, I had a really good time playing that. Played it like, was it 2-3 times? Yeah, different builds. Really fun game. And here's the sequel. Just came out, and I'm excited to get into it, considering how it's been critically received. A lot of good reviews, very solid. So everything I heard is that it is just a better game. It's just like the first one, but better in all the ways. We'll see how that actually plays out from my experience, but yeah. And yeah, this is just how the game starts, by the way. This just puts you straight into the character creator, and I think it's only fitting that I kind of follow the aesthetic choices that I made in the first game of my first playthrough. So, that's my character. Don't have a name or anything, but that's whatever. Yeah. And got difficulty settings. From what I've read, is that veteran is actually sounds like a good enough start for somebody who's played through the first game, has built up enough experience. Because yeah, I definitely have. I played all the I didn't play all the DLC. I didn't play that one other DLC, but yeah. This sounds like this would be a good time for me in particular. Really force you to learn the game. So I think I'm gonna play on veteran. Hopefully I don't regret it on my first playthrough. And I've also checked that it's possible to change the difficulty, so if it does end up feeling like it's too frustrating, I'm not gonna I'm gonna check my ego and bump it back down to survivor. But hopefully that doesn't turn out to be the case, and that I can continue through the entire game playing on this difficulty setting. Okay, let's get into it.
She says, if I wanted to feel sorry for myself, I'd have stayed with your father.
Whoa, that's quite a drop. Let me help you down.
I've got this. Shit! You okay? That's 3.
What? Oh, please.
3 times I saved your life. The sinkhole, your foot. What? You'd be dead if my mom hadn't taught me to dress a wound. Fine. 2 times then. The sinkhole and just now. Ugh.
Let me see.
Leave it. It's nothing. Hey, I'm fine.
Roll up your sleeve and just admit we're friends already.
This is not an admission.
Let me see. Oh. It's getting worse.
Listen, it ain't broken or bleeding. It'll calm down. It always does. Let's go. The kid said the ward was this way. You ever hear about the North Pole?
That old fairy tale?
Yeah, like this ward. Old white guy founds it. Food and fresh water, everyone gets along. That sounds like the fairy tale to me. It's probably just a couple of old-timers holed up underground. I just hope they got a few supplies for trade. Otherwise, we won't last much longer out here. You think people actually live like this?
Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know what's in that Fulton's original blend, but I'd never seen nobody that happy before. Not in real life. Locked. Great. We can't turn back now. Ain't got nowhere to go. There's gotta be another way through. Hey, I'm stuck out here. It's about time. What took you? Can't let it go to waste. Use it on that. What happened to these poor bastards? Can't let it go to waste. Use it on that bum ankle of yours. Hey, come on. Let's get some distance between us and these guys. Huh. Hey, over here. Oh, this is bad. This is bad with a side of broccoli.
Side of what?
Nothing. Something my ma used to say. Deadwood!
Good.
Shoot the damn thing! Nice shooting. Hey, that don't count, by the way.
Oh, damn, is it over?
Hey, over here. Starting to think looking for this ward wasn't such a good idea. All gone after all.
Nope.
Ain't no way the war's real. Not with a nest like this out here. You know, maybe best we head back. We retrace our steps. We can find another way out. This is not happening. Tell me this is not happening.
Well, guess that's it. Game over.
Not today, assholes! Hey, this is 3, by the way. You know, right here makes for 3. Oh, shit! Hey, listen. For what it's worth, you were a good friend. You were a good friend.
It's okay. You're safe. Whoa, whoa, hold up. We're friends. We're here to help.
Can't hold this forever, Bo!
Yes, I remember that. The heart. Get you right back up.
Who are you?
Questions later. We gotta get moving. On 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all I got. You're on your own now.
Hey, we still got each other.
Right. Follow us, you two. That won't be the last of them.
Okay, so I don't have a hole through my chest. Good to know. Or maybe I did, but fixed me up. So thank you for that.
Rude or thick down here.
Must be what I felt back at the ward. Wait! You're from the ward? Shit! Maybe Santa's real too.
Yeah, it's not far from here. But the way down collapsed behind us. We're gonna have to find another way out.
Great. More bad news. That was rough. Okay, this is it. Whew, that's it. For now.
Something's here. The dead would know they've lost, but they won't lay down without a fight.
least that's over. Hey.
That was really close.
Bad shooting, traveler.
Yeah, I had some practice.
I'll bet. But don't worry. Ward's as safe a place as any. Safer.
So, it's really real. Food and water and folks living with some old white guy?
More or less.
Whoa, whoa, let me get you some water.
I'm fine.
Ooh, that looks like root rot. I've never seen a case this bad.
I'm fine. I don't know why everyone.
We need to get her to the ward, and quick. Doctor, there's our only chance. We'd better get moving, or we lose the light.
Oh dear.
This is Wriggler.
Call me Riggs. I got you, darling. Don't worry, friend. We'll take good care of her. Welcome to Ward 13.
Hey, don't worry. Riggs is right. She'll be fine.
Are you okay?
Just a headache.
Hey, Clementine. Let me get you some water.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're not fine. You need rest.
Oh! He's the ward's mayor. Thinks that puts him in charge of everything and everyone. Listen, I'm gonna check in with Ford, and then I'll get some rest. Okay? I've been through a lot worse, you know.
So, Traveler, your friend will be fine. I'm Bo Ward, and this is Ward 13. You must have come a long way. I mean, the route's dwindling and all, but the road's still a dangerous place. What were you two doing out there? For the ward? Really? Huh. I didn't know anybody knew what we were doing here. We've just, we've been cut off from the world for so long that... Well, I'm surprised people know about us outside the gate. Feels kind of nice, actually. Hey, ask around if you need something. Oh, start with Ford. I'm sure he'd like to meet you.
Okay, yeah, Ward 13 is that was the name of the headquarters in the first game, but it was definitely not above ground. I definitely remember it being like in a bunker. And yeah, Ford is another. Yeah, Riggs is also in the first game. He was the one who upgraded your gear. Yeah, I think so. I think that was the case. Ford is like one of the central characters in the first game. There's actually kind of a mystery about what you were like looking for him or something like that. I don't have like the strongest collection of the story because it's not. I mean, yeah, the story in the first game was, it was all right. It was cool sci-fi stuff, but it wasn't like the strongest suit. But yeah, I remember.
I don't know, but I don't think it matters. We gotta find.
Okay, so I think it looks like the mini map top right shows where NPCs are. Okay.
Always talking about getting out of here, sailing the sea. Yeah, you'll never catch me on a boat.
You sound so much like Brad sometimes.
Oh.
Sad chuckle.
If you're looking for Founder Ford, I usually see him over at the warehouse. Heard your friend's sick. Hope she recovers. Too many loved ones have been lost.
You should walk around the ward. Lots of folks to meet. I heard Ford was looking for you. He's up top, over in the warehouse. You know, it's strange how quiet it is here.
Of course, they got a nice little garden here.
Yeah. Kind of boring if you ask me. I'd like a little more adventure in my life sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Well, we could sneak up.
Also, it's, yeah, of course there's garden, because that's how you fucking survive in a post-apocalypse setting, but it's also kind of funny considering, yeah, like the first game, and obviously it seems to be the case in this game as well. It's like, the Root is like the main villain. It's like evil tree, something like that. Evil plants. Like corrupting different dimensions, if I remember correctly.
Looking for Ford, huh? He is usually over in the warehouse.
Okay, so I press square, and I ended up reloading my weapon, because it's the same button as to talk to people or interact. I wonder if there's a way to put away my gun. So that would be nice. Just for a role-playing aspect of it. Oh, you can plant stuff? Interesting.
Climb to the top of that tower in the city. It's so beautiful. You can see everything.
Do you want to go up there and show me?
I don't know. Brad was the one who knew the way.
Right.
Hey, you're the newcomer, ain't you? Nora Camarillo. I keep folks alive around here. You know, you're lucky they found you when they did. Your friend was pretty bad. I got her just in time. She's great. A real spitfire, that one. I'd hang on to her if I were you. Not yet. She's asleep, and I'd like her to stay that way a spell. That girl's tough, all right. But right now, she needs rest. When she's up and about, I'll make sure you know. What you got? Came here maybe 10 years back. My ma had died and Grandpa didn't feel safe carting me around the countryside by himself. It turned out good. The city's full of scrounge, and Grandpa made a living selling bandages and meds while treating folks for free. I do the same. He even attended the old commander when she passed. Couldn't do much for her except ease her going. The folks around here thanked him for it. Made us part of the ward and all. My grandfather, he'd been treating folk his whole life, nearly as long as the Root's been around. I started assisting Grandpa when I was 5. Dressing wounds, making meds, cutting at the table, you name it. Simple stuff at first, but yeah. You're old enough to hold the knife, then you're old enough to use it, he said. But how I helped him most was digging through the old hospitals. Even after a century, there's a hell of a lot to find. All of it useful to someone as clever as Grandpa. Huh, tons. The old humans knew a lot about the human body, it turns out. Stuff even Grandpa didn't know. Did you know they used to be able to replace a man's lungs with someone else's? Or put a dead man's liver in someone whose liver didn't work anymore? To think of all the folks Grandpa and I could have saved if we had that kind of know-how. Oh, there was plenty we could use. So much that Grandpa eventually stopped complaining about my scrounging. Most of the basic meds are long gone, but there's still plenty of specialized tools and ingredients there. Stuff no one knows what to do with but me and my grandfather. What they don't got, what I never found once, is a cure for root rot. That's why so many folks died when the root first showed up. Grandpa had to invent a treatment on his own. A treatment, not a cure. He probably wasn't the only one. I'm sure others came to the same solutions independently. But after Grandpa figured it out, he traveled as far as he could and taught it to everyone he met. I don't know where he started, but I reckon every treatment within 100 miles of here is derived directly from his work. You can thank him that your friend is still alive.
Okay, well, I think I already know the answer to, well, the response to this one. But sure, let's just go through all of the dialogue. This is like supposed to be maybe the first option you'd pick.
What are you trying to say, Sunshine?
Like, yeah, this part here, like we already talked about, so.
Well, no need for that. You know how a doctor gets good at her craft? That's it. Same way you get good at anything. You learn a thing by doing it over and over again. For me, that means people who need my help. The more people there are suffering, the better I get at healing them.
I mean, yeah, there is.
I'm the best damn doctor for miles.
Obviously, there is truth to getting better through practical experience, but also that's the answer that, you know, giving her what she wants to hear. Because also, like, for real though, if you're gonna be a doctor, you really need to. You should probably go to school for that, and take years off of your own life going through the most stressful learning experience. But yeah.
Need anything else, Sunshine?
Also, you're a doctor, so obviously you have stuff to sell. So that's how video games work.
What you need?
Even stew? Hell yeah. Okay, we actually got a good look at her face. I mean, yeah, sure. Okay, I'm already missing from Final Fantasy 16 being able to go through menu options just using the D-pad, even if it also has the same fake mouse cursor interface that has plagued modern AAA video games, and even I guess AA video games in the case of Remnant 2, where like you have this thing you use with you move around with the analog stick, which is much slower. Because with FF16, you have this, but you also have the option to go through the options, with the D-pad, just to make things faster, snappier. And no, it's not seeming to be the case for this game, unfortunately.
Take care, Sunshine.
Okay, this is a lot. I'm not gonna go through all of it in just this one sitting here. Maybe I'll keep coming back to this after, you know, in intervals, whenever I pay a visit to Dr. Nora here. But let's just go through this page.
Looking for Ford?
He's over in the warehouse. I'm sure he's got something going on. Always does.
Actually, I guess now that we've already brought up the menu, maybe it's time to fiddle around with these menus. Okay, got your armor. Power level, yeah. These all look very familiar. It's a different menu this time, but like some of the gameplay mechanics are carried over. Makes sense. If it ain't broke. Also got no eyes, and seeing as how you're just looking straight forward, I'm just right next to you. Yeah, obviously I can't buy anything just yet. Alright, talk to me. Well, I guess, scribble down onto your board about what happened to your voice. Stabbed in the neck a long time ago. Sorry to hear that. How long have you been at Ward 13? Long time now. Left bandit gang. Lady commander took me in. Why gotta qualify it as lady? Why can't it just be commander? Why'd you leave the bandit gang? Got old, no old bandits. How'd you like it here? People are nice, food is good, good life. Good to know. I should keep moving.
You don't talk much about life before the ward. What you did in...
Looking for Ford? He's up top in that warehouse over there.
What is he cooking?
Glad you found us. Oh, don't mind the smell none. This still needs to cook another couple of hours.
So many new faces these days.
Hey, it's this guy.
Might easier out there. Welcome, traveler. I'm Reginald Malone, but my friends call me Reggie. You can too.
Saw you come in with Bo and Clementine there. Oh, you can be sure they'll do everything they can for your friend. Ain't the first to come through here needing help.
Also love the way old Reggie here says Clementine, considering this is clearly the voice actor Lee from the Walking Dead Telltale games. Anyway, yeah, good to see he's still alive and kicking. He's got a walking stick now, but sure. Gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't actually hear that he was the unofficial historian, but sure, let's just go with that.
I have been known to tell a story or two. Though old Mudtooth does give me a run for my money. Or did you mean that I collect the stories? Because I do that too. And I'd love to hear your tale, traveler. Oh, now that sounds like the start of a damn good story. But what brought you out here?
Oh, okay, huh. I wonder how much this will actually... I mean, this is probably more role-playing in just like the narrative sense. I doubt this is going to play too much have too much impact on the game, but sure. Let's come up with a history for our character.
Huh. I like you, traveler. You remind me of someone I used to know. Oh, someone who survived. Don't worry. This town has plenty of use for a gun hand, and plenty of guns to help him out. You'll feel right at home. How about your friend? How'd you meet her?
You know what? Maybe let's go with this, right? Let's play along with that whole having my life saved like 3 times.
So you owe her a debt? Or maybe you paid it off by getting her here. Hey, what do I know? I tell you what, though, ain't no logic keeping tabs for people's lives. We look out for each other because we're human, yeah? It's the only way that makes sense to me. The only thing that makes humanity worth being around. Speaking of your friend, I heard you came in with a nasty case of root rot. What happened to you two out there?
Let's add some mystery to this story.
Yeah, I can understand that. Ain't easy talking about hard times. Yeah, don't push her if she ain't ready, yeah? But don't forget about it either. Could be that telling you what happened is the only thing that can set her free. Well, don't you worry. We've dealt with nastier things here, believe me. I reckon she'll come through just fine. What about you? What do you hope to find out here? Well, that's the spirit of the town, ain't it? You're in the right place, friend. Nothing we need more than folks willing to help each other out. So, now I've got a measure of you. Is there anything I can do for you? You might find some of these useful.
Selling a ring? Oh, more than 1 ring. 3 rings. Firestone, grounding stone, acid stone. Sure. Consumable vendor. Yeah, okay. This is also the case in the first game, if I remember correctly.
Let's talk again, soon.
Well, hey, get away from my stew! Oh, it's you. Oh, nonsense. I'm sure you had a reason. Mi casa et tu, Brute. And all that. So, what can old Mudtooth do for you, huh?
Okay, I'm definitely surprised to see this guy still alive. So I remember him being an old man in the first game as well. So, you know, good on him. Good on old Mudtooth.
Oh, careful now. My answers are known to lead to more questions. Town, you call it. Back in my day, a place like this wouldn't be considered much more than a camp or a bivouac. You might call it. Nah, this ain't no town. Not yet. But it is a fine place to set up camp. I lived by myself for years, see? Had myself a what you calls it, a hockapatopter. That thing could fly to the moon and back.
Yeah, he lived in a helicopter, a downed helicopter.
Anywho, I was living by myself when my boy Brabus showed up saying we should move on. Told me it wasn't safe for me to be living like I've been living no more. He told me about this place. Got some nice people here. Took some getting used to, being around folks again.
Yeah, also Brabus, yes. Brabus was a boss. He was like a gang leader. And there was like a nifty thing you could do with that boss, where so like the thing is like if you keep, right, Mudtooth, his character was that he would just keep rambling. You could just keep talking to him, and he'd always have something new to say. And like the whole point was to just basically exhaust all of his dialogue, and it'd take a long ass time, like a truly long time, because he would just keep telling stories. If you get to the very end, if you manage to do the impossible and talk to him for hours, I'm exaggerating, but maybe it was like 15 minutes. You know, feels like forever in a video game where you're just standing and just listening to somebody talk. Yeah, if you get through all of that, he'll give you a watch as a token of appreciation for listening to an old lonely man. And then if you have that watch, in that boss encounter with Brabus, he'd recognize it and say, "Hey, how'd you get that watch?" And then he wouldn't fight you. And it's like a whole thing. Let's see how the game remembers that, how the game will tell that story.
Well, Brabus, he's my son. 'Twere his idea to come join this little shanty town. Not a bad idea it was, neither. He's over yonder, at the shooting range, if you're looking to find him. Not much of a talker, though, that one. Guess he didn't get his old man's gift for gab, eh?
So it does seem like the canon for Remnant 1 is that you don't fight and kill Brabus. You, I guess that fight Mudtooth here. So yeah, interesting, but also could be excused as different. This is a different dimension. Could also be the case because that was the whole thing in the first game. So maybe.
Quite a bit, stranger. The name's Mudtooth, and ain't nobody been around longer or seen more than I have. Except maybe old Ford, of course, but that old mudder cheats. Anyway, he hardly tells any of his stories. Only 3 reasons why folks come to see me, and that's my stories or my stew. Yeah. That's so? Huh. Did I tell you about the stories yet? That one too, eh? Well, that's it, ain't it? My stories and my stew. Listen, you sure I said there were 3 reasons? 'Cause there's only 2, and that's certain. Huh. Only 2 reasons folks come to see old Mudtooth, and you know both of them. I'm pretty sure your memory's slipping.
God, Mudtooth, the gaslighting. Alright, tell me a story, Mudtooth. And I wonder if this will spin off into its own thing where he'll just keep talking and talking. And it's going to be for us Remnant 1 fans. Callback.
You bet your apple I can. But these ain't just stories, stranger. They're objective retellings of legitimate occurrences what you wouldn't believe. Now, where to start? There's an old man what lives at the center of a maze. Or does he live at the gate to the maze? I don't matter. This old man sees everything. And I don't mean like he can see whatever he wants when he wants. I mean, he sees everything all at once. That ain't all. The old man in the maze is a maker. The maze, see, is like a spider web full of doors, stretching its threads every which way. And this Watcher man sits at the center. And he don't just watch. He makes. Where there ain't a door, he makes one. And then he makes what's on the other side of it, too. Oh, I can see on your face you ain't buying it. But I tell you, this Earth of ours is just one door in a dozen hundred. And if in this maze Watcher decides he wants someplace to end, all he got to do is snap a thread and poof, no more door, no more world.
Right, yeah. So, considering how, like, playing through the first game and experiencing its story, which is also a neat thing because of, like, the mechanical structure of the game, where it, like, you don't actually get to see everything on your first playthrough because some sections are different, like, just on a roll. Like, it randomizes, like, which bosses you'll see, which levels you'll see, depending on your playthrough, and it kind of also in that Souls-like kind of way. I mean, the storytelling is much more explicit. There's a lot of dialogue as well in that first game, but it's still, you know, the fact that it is dabbled in dimension hopping made it so, like, the story is also kind of like a bit of a dream. And yes, now I'm also remembering that it also very much involved dreams. So his story right now is kind of a half remembered memory of, maybe was there a character in the first game like that? Because you met some pretty strange characters that kind of fit the image that he just painted with his words. So, because if I remember correctly, the stories Mudtooth told in the first game was also, like, hinting at events that you could experience, or, like, bosses. So this could also just be a hint towards a character that we'll meet later in this game. But, you know, I think I'm done for now with Mudtooth. Pretty sure there's going to be plenty of opportunities to talk to him some more and have him tell us more stories. Let's just move on with the game, because I'm pretty sure we're still in, like, the tutorial section.
Pity that there.
You are selling stuff, though.
Why, sure, but it ain't ready just yet. The lunch rush today was something fierce, I tell you. But I'll have some for you quicker than you can say crazy eight. Well, maybe not that quick. I done already said it, didn't I? Just come back in a while, I'll be sure to save you a bowl. So long as you head back then, eh?
I don't trust that Wallace. But Brabus says he lives, so he lives. If you want to talk to him, he's over at the docks. Don't get any funny ideas here, outsider.
You ever climbed to the top of that tower in the city? So
Sorry. Gotta keep an eye on this so it doesn't burn.
This is not up for discussion, Clementine. You're staying, and that's fine.
I don't remember asking for your permission.
Watch your tone, young lady.
Excuse me? I'm 132.
Excuse you?
God, and I am not your child. You don't have authority over me.
On this, I do. This town needs you. You can't go wandering off after something that might not even exist.
Oh, that's rich.
Hold up, Bo. Let me just eavesdrop some more.
100 years then, huh? What the hell are you doing right now?
Well, that's different. I'm trying to fix things.
Things that you broke when you tried to play God.
That was Harsgard. I was just following orders. I didn't...
Oh, and that makes it okay? You know how many people died because you just followed orders?
Of course I know. You think I don't remember that every goddamn day? I'm trying to make things right here.
So am I. You're such a damned hypocrite, Ford. If I leave, it's my fault. But you didn't break the world. You didn't run after a pipe dream. You didn't abandon your family a dozen times over.
Look, I've made a lot of mistakes. I admit that. But it's because of those mistakes that I'm telling you not to do the same thing.
Well, forgive me if I don't want to take advice from the men who fucked up the world in the first place. I'm not your dreamer anymore. Maybe I've got my own mission.
These people need you, Clementine. You're too important to just...
Every person out there is capable of taking care of themselves. This isn't about them. It's about you. You've always run away from your problems, but you won't let me run toward something. What are you so goddamned afraid of?
I'm losing you, losing them, losing everything.
I've already lost everything!
So that's a lot of drama going on in there.
Took it from me. You, Neville, Harsgard. The whole goddamned project. I don't belong here. I never did. I'm tired.
You hearing all this, Bo?
Look, you put yourself through a lot today.
Think I should walk in there?
Get some rest. Huh? Things will feel better tomorrow.
You know how I...
Wow, it just keeps on going, huh?
I used to look up to you. The way you seem strong enough to save the world. Except I've already saved it, haven't I? And what have you done?
I'm committed now. I have to see how this
I can't let you go near that place.
whole conversation plays out.
That's an order.
Or is it gonna loop?
I haven't learned a damned thing, Ford. Out of my way.
Oh, wow. It does actually finish, huh? That's wild. They would just have that entire conversation take place without the player being right in front of it to see it all. Like, or maybe it's designed in such a way that you want to just sit back here and listen to the whole thing. That's so. Bo, what you think of all that? It's another day in Ward of 13.
Oh, Traveler. How's everything? Hey, I'm just glad we got to you, you know, when we did. You stirred up quite a deadwood nest. Haven't seen that many in one place for a long time. Oh, that was Wally. He gave us a heads up someone was coming. Then Clementine was the one that found you. They got a kind of, a root sense, I guess. And we figured where there were root gatherings, someone was likely to be in trouble. And there you were. Wally, I mean, Wallace, he has a way of seeing things. Always has. Wally's been with the ward since he was just a kid, and his seeing has saved a lot of lives. He's a good kid. Oh, the kind I'm damn grateful I don't, to be honest. He sees like the root. Sees what they see sometimes. The past, the future. Whew. All that knowing. Huh. It's a lot for someone to carry. You should ask him if you want to know more.
Yeah, so this is all, like, pieces of it are coming back to me about how the story goes. Lots of experiments, lots of dreamers, like people's subconsciousness being used, like they had like some sort of telepathic energy, or maybe not telepathic, but some way of connecting with different worlds through their subconscious. Yeah, I think after this session I'm definitely gonna read up on please look at like plot summaries for Remnant from the Ashes from the previous game, because it's funny like remembering bits and pieces from that game. And it seems like this is like definitely a direct sequel. They're just straight up it's a continuation of the story of the first game, so probably worth getting a refresher on that. I'm sure there'll be plenty of videos to watch.
I guess. I used to guard the old ward some 20 years ago. I helped out here and there, you know, but
20 years ago.
Before Commander Ford passed, she and the founder, they kinda put me in charge. Now, maybe no one else wanted the job, I don't know, but the ward's the only family I've ever known. I'll do whatever it takes to keep these folks safe. Oh, thanks. I don't know, I guess I just take care of myself, eat right, get to sleep early, all that. Yeah, Commander Ford always said a leader can't care for anyone if they don't care for themselves. I'm just trying to live right. I reckon she learned it from the founder. He's been around for ages. Though he ain't much for leading himself. Granddaughter, actually. Yeah, the founder wasn't around as much back in the day, but Commander Ellen was like a mother to me. To all of us from the old ward. It just doesn't seem right. I mean, that she's gone before he is. Yeah, but when our last hope fails, another must take its place. She used to say that, too.
Yeah, I remember this is also coming back to me, like the leader, from the first game of Ward 13. And yeah, she's like the granddaughter of Ford. Yes, yeah. It's coming back. Anyway.
I couldn't say. Commander used to talk about him like he was dead and gone before I was born. You'd have to ask him yourself, I guess, but he ain't like the rest of us. He's seen a lot. I usually leave storytelling to Reggie. Or if you want some really wild tales, try Mudtooth. Now there's
I've talked to him.
Who can twist a yarn. Incredible, isn't she? Yeah, no one really understands how she does it, not even her. But the feel in the air after she blasts him like that, it's electric. Like the sun after a storm. She's something special, Traveler. No small part of how we're as safe as we are.
Yeah, let's just pry.
Between me and... Oh, I don't... Well, yeah, I mean, everyone cares about Clementine, right? I'm just... I mean, I don't have...
It's alright, come on.
Have you ever met anyone like her, Traveler? Because I haven't. Like, I haven't always been the bravest guy around, you know, but the way she fights for folks, no matter what it takes out of her, it makes me want to do better. I kind of want to make her proud, you know? I guess you could say she's my inspiration, maybe? Oh, but don't tell her I said that, though.
Yeah, sure. That's cool. You know, there's a whole song that goes like that. It's a very sappy but wonderful song that's covered in this very cool video game called Elite Beat Agents.
Yeah, people here are friendly if you give them a chance. Stay safe, traveler.
Ever play video games, Bo? Okay, let's actually push this thing forward. Forward. Let's push this forward. Forward.
Whoa, what have we here? Ah, the traveler, of course. Wallace said yes, right on time. Sorry you had to see that. But then again, you've been around. I'm sure you know. Families fight. Andrew Ford. Good to make your acquaintance. In the flesh.
Let's see if he's gonna explain that to us right away.
I'm sure you've got a lot of questions, and I've got a favor to ask. So let's get to it. You first. That's a longer story than I can indulge right now. Let's keep it to this. You know how some things you drink can make you drunk? And some things you eat can make you sick or sleepy? Well, other things do this. It's a big world out there. Huh. Not my way. And you want to be careful what you wish for, traveler. Not you precisely, as in name, rank, serial number, but I knew someone was coming. Aren't you clever? Skeptic. That's fine. It so happens I knew you'd be coming today. Or I hoped. Our young Wallace told me.
Well, okay, Bo already kind of explained this. He's got root vision. See through the trees.
Wallace? He's a special kid. A lot like somebody I used to know. She had bad dreams too. Dreams about things that hadn't yet come to pass. It's more like he can see really far into the present. Sometimes. Oh, nothing too dangerous. I've got to marshal my resources. And then we'll get into it in earnest. Quite a few characters around here, I'll warrant you that. Arguing's not the same as fighting. Clem and I have known each other longer than anyone else here. That's a lot of water to put under a narrow bridge. Looks can be deceiving. In fact, she's 132 years old. Not quite. Clementine spent a long time away, keeping strange company. Something like that will change you. Compared to who? Bo might be young, but he knows the run of a ward. Learned from the best. He was orphaned, just a kid. Ward 13 sort of adopted him. Ran security when he got old enough. Did a damn good job of it. Only made sense to put him in charge once we started up here. Don't think there's a soul in town has lost as much as Riggs. Don't know how that man gets up out of bed every day. But he does. And we're damn thankful. Okay? Let me see if I can get you up to speed.
Wait, what about those other options? About the other folks in Ward 13? Why can't I? God damn it. Okay, I guess
I'm sure I can get you up to speed.
Okay, I guess I don't have any more questions because the game won't let me ask.
All right, traveler. Now that you've shot your shot,
Here's mine. I need an able young scrapper to help an old man out. Talk to Wally. You'll find him out by the docks. After that, gear up, and then meet me at the ward gate. I'll tell you a story.
Oh, can I not open this? Looks like something that I can open.
Not now.
Oh, friend. Glad to see you're all right. What can I do for you? Briggs, and no worries. There was a time when helping each other survive was all we had left. Around here, we don't forget those days if we can help it. Your friend's gonna be all right, by the way. I've seen weaker pull out of worse. What were you doing out there? You don't mind me asking? Really? What'd you hear exactly? Ah, Founder Ford's tales travel far and wide, don't they? Fair warning, you can't believe half of them. But half of impossible is still a sight, eh? You know where to find me.
Yeah, and it's the lady, the gearhead. First game gave you like special weapons, like boss weapons and boss gear.
I swear to God and my mother. Did Bo send you over here, or did you stumble your way over here yourself? Well, if there isn't a first time for everything. Alright, new kid, let me save you some time. I'm McCabe. I like to keep to myself and my work. My work happens to be tinkering and modding weapons. And that's already more information than I like giving out. Understand? Look, it's not personal. I just don't like being distracted. I get into a zone, you know? Pisses me off when people come by and interrupt my me time. But I'll tell you what. You're clearly not the average stray that shows up here. So I'll make you a deal. You find anything interesting out there, bring it back to me and I'll see if I can use it to mod your weapons. Okay? Oh, and if you tell anyone I was nice to you, I will cut you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the same character from the first game. Very, standoffish. Not the friendly type. I do wonder, though, if they're actually going to flesh her out some more. And also Riggs as well, because, you know, they were basically just, you know, merchants. There actually wasn't much to their characters. Like, yeah, after meeting them for the first time, I don't remember them having like quests or anything. So, I wonder if they're going to do something different in this game, considering, you know, the fact that they brought all of these characters back. Maybe out of convenience, or maybe they do something more with them. It could definitely be more interesting if get more stories out of them.
Well, ain't you a right mutter, traipsing in here like you own the place? Ha, I'm just pulling ya. Name's Brabus, and I run security around here. Well, seeing as you got the mayor's personal approval, I reckon you ain't problem now. I also make sure folks hereabouts can protect themselves. Ain't just the root kicking around. A lot of folks still ain't chummy with this whole rebuilding society business. I should know. I used to be one of them.
Gotta polish
Up
his
until
stuff
about
more.
20 years ago, I ran a pack called the Mud Dogs. We took what we wanted and killed anyone who crossed us. It was a dog-eat-dog world back then. We all did what we had to survive. Things might be different now, but a lot of folks can't chew a path out of the old ways. Maybe never will. Why not? Passes the time. I guess I set myself up for that one. I told you the Mud Dogs didn't take hell from no one. From anyone stood up to us without getting knocked down. Save one. This mudder walks into my court, confident as a wolf in a rabbit trap. I'm thinking, this'll be a fight to remember, eh? At best. Then, I noticed something the mudder's got on him. It's a watch. What belonged to my old man. I figure he finally tripped the branches and I'm about to wring this wanderer's neck myself. But then, the wanderer says the old man gave it to him. That caught me. The old man wouldn't give up that watch to no one but family. And he never gave it to me. I let the wanderer go. After taking the watch, of course. But I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, there you go. It's like what I said earlier. Remembered it exactly how it went.
Guns and rabbit cells are...
So I hear. Changed the world a few times over, that one. Sometime later, I got the nerve to see the old man myself. He surprised me. He wasn't pissed or patronizing, just sat me down and started telling stories like we'd been chatting every day. He didn't say nothing about the watch when I told him. Just glad it had a home. Tell you what, I think he wanted me to take it, the old bastard. Anyway, we talked a lot after that, and when word got out that folks here at the ward were starting something new, well, the old man and I both knew what needed doing. I told the Mud Dogs they were free to do as they liked. We weren't a pack no more, and the old man and I set up shop here. Kinda boring to tell you the truth, but better than a bullet hole, I guess.
Not so much what I'm after.
Don't know what else I can tell you, save the stories folks around here like to spin. The way they tell it, that wanderer walked through crystals to other worlds until one day they slammed the door on the Deadwood altogether and saved the world. Yeah, they all sound just like my old man with these stories. Who says they have? Deadwood is still here, ain't they? Maybe the bulk of them have just moved on or something. I don't know. I ain't complaining, mind you. There's definitely something different about this place. Maybe if I stick around long enough, I'll figure out what it is. Oh, that old mudder. People call him Mudtooth. He's set up over yonder, and he's more than happy to tell you about himself. And then some. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but he was the leader of the Mud Dogs before I took him over. They got soft, see? Couldn't hack it in a dog-eat-dog world. Of course, that ain't the way he tells it. We still don't see eye to eye on which of us was right. Disagree to agree, I guess. Well, the Mud Dogs ran for years. Started out with my old man in a place called Sanctuary, and eventually came out here. We set ourselves up in a place folks started calling Cutthroat Channel. Nobody came in or out without our say-so, not even Deadwood. Yeah, I got a story or two from the glory days. I ain't my old man. He'll talk your ear off and then use it as a chew toy. But at least I'll tell you the truth.
Okay, I have time for one Mud Dog story.
You ever hear of the Root Mother? She's one of them weirdos even the Deadwood left alone. Folks used to see her for advice. Crazy folks, desperate. My Mud Dog's caught one of these crazies. As he begs for his life, he tells us some secret the Root Mother told him. A place in the sewer, good to hole up against Deadwood. Dumb bastard. We killed him anyway, of course. Yet through one of my boys convinced me to check out his story. That's how we found Cutthroat Channel. Once the Deadwood cleared out, it wasn't so hard to keep it clear. Stayed there for years. So the damn
Maybe I just
bastard
need to go
was
see
right.
Riggs. He can probably help my gun.
Ha, you sound like the loonies here in town. Root crazies don't know me from a jar of dirt. Just made our own luck, was all.
Oh shit! Okay, now I'm also remembering the Root Mother. Yeah, it was like a actual human lady that had stuff growing out of her back or something. I think she also had like root vision. Yeah.
What else you want? Keep your gun loaded and your wits about you, stranger.
Better for killing and hunting. I usually like to check in with Wallace before I head out on a big hunt. You know, find out the good hunting spots. You should talk to him. He's over at the docks.
Well, okay.
Greetings. Forgive me. I am not good with Paxeltech faces. Oh, it is new. I thought I had seen it before. So difficult to tell Paxeltech apart without hoof and horn. I am Sa Israk Thadwell. My Paxeltech name is Dwell. I sell crystals from my world. They make Paxeltech faster, stronger, more powerful. They help it defeat its enemies. And the prices are quite fair. Of course, Paxeltech. Yes, that is always the question.
I don't mean to be rude, but
from the world of Yesha, where the Eternal Empress reigns, the Doe and Ravager run free, and the balance breathes life to the jungle. Or so it used to be. Alas, it is not. Long
definitely remember a jungle world in Remnant 1.
Wielding their power as if it were something they had earned or deserved. The Pan have rebelled against this tyranny, and for a time, it looks as if we could win. Then the pestilence came. What Paxeltech call the Root. When I last saw her, Yesha languished under the pestilence. The Ravager prowls, and the Doe is lost. The rebellion continues, but my people ache for relief. Ah, the Paxeltech Fort, the founder. On its last visit to Yesha, it said it was possible. I do not understand the complexities myself, but now I am here. Ah, Ford came to Yesha many times, aiding the rebels against the tyranny of immortals. His desire to protect was clear even then, as was his craft for violence, which he freely shared. Dwell did not learn Paxeltech Ford's violence, but shared in aiding the rebels with the same crystals I offer here. Both aided rebellion, so both shared imprisonment. Oh, I languished for years, a cost I had never hoped to pay. But another Paxeltech, the one they say wanders the worlds, came to free the Ford. And the Ford freed Dwell, and many others.
Yeah, that was me from the last game. The hero of the story.
Not Paxeltech name, perhaps, but it is my name whilst I live among Paxeltech tongues. Paxeltech, foreign to the Pan, meaningless, perhaps on Paxeltech world, but it is at home on Dwell's tongue. Gems, refined from a special crystal found only on Yesha. The Ahane, priests of the Pan, forbid the crystal's use among commoners. But the Gull are craftier than Ahane know. Long and long have the Gull used the crystals for weapons. Or Even cruder things, like soups. But
Not crude
it
at all,
takes an
if you ask
artist
me.
like Dwell to bring out their full potential. All crystals are special. A crystal is order, perfection from husk to heart. Some crystals split light, others, like stones used to bring me here, can bridge worlds. These crystals carry power within them. Some Pan believe them to be divine, but this power is merely the interaction of the crystal's harmony with the chaos of the world. As the Ahane have done for ages, I refine the crystal to magnify its harmony and focus its power. Ah, yes.
Yeah, crystals. Very important objects in the first game. Like, it was the one thing that allowed you to travel between different points. It was like fast travel mechanically, but also narratively. That was like this big crystal is how you managed to travel dimensions.
Ah, yes.
We got a cool face. It's not a mask. Yeah, none of this matters for now. Still, really taking my time with this. Need to find Wallace? Okay. Over there.
I see you, Traveler. You're the one Ford's been waiting for. Though, he doesn't know he's been waiting. He thinks he needs help. It's her who needs it. You know. And you don't. Sorry, I shouldn't say. Things get messier when I tell them. I'm Wallace. Did I say that yet? Probably. The site, you know? Sorry, I probably said that already, too. You have a path to walk. You choose the first step here, but your path can change if you want it to.
Oh, okay. I guess we're picking class. Right. Okay, cool. Medic. Okay, survivability. Healing themselves and allies. So, I think for this first playthrough, I'm going to be running it completely solo. So, like, I'm sure some of these abilities will also be useful just playing solo. Also, I don't really have much of a choice here. I don't have a PS Plus, so I can't go online to co-op. So, yeah. This is like a support character, so like some of the abilities, like I said, it'll be helpful for me alone, but I don't know if it's going to be optimal, even though I don't plan on optimizing my build for this first playthrough at least. Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel right for me to pick this when I'm going to be playing solo. Yeah, this is, I remember this as well, this being a thing in the first game. If I remember correctly, this was the class that I picked for my first playthrough. It's like a tank. Yeah, a lot of melee combat. which is, you know, a choice for a third-person shooting game. Shooter. Oh, and I think this is like one of the promoted classes for this game because it's new. Handler, because yeah, you have a pet. You got a good doggy, which should be, you know, very useful playing solo. I might go with this actually. It seems fitting. Unless there's maybe enough. I think there are more classes. Archetypes, I should say. So yeah, I remember definitely starting with a Challenger and a Hunter on in the first game. Oh, okay, so that's 4 starting archetypes. Okay. You know what, I think I'll start with a Handler. Should be cool to have a friend with me, even though it's just a virtual furry friend.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense now. You're right, of course. Your path is waiting. Tell Brabus and McCabe I sent you. They have what you need. They're the next step on your journey. I'll see you again, traveler.
Hey, look at that! It's my buddy. It's my guard dog. New skill, a guard dog. Trainer cap. Trainer clothes. Trainer work boots. Trainer bracer. Even my dog has a gear. Look at that. That's cool. I wonder if you can name the dog. That should be a thing. I should be able to name the dog. I can name the dog myself, but I mean like in game.
You'll probably want to talk to Brabus. He'll set you up if you plan on heading back out there.
Alright, we already talked to Brabus, but now is the time that we should talk to Brabus. Brabus and Ava. Already talked to Ava as well, so let's go talk to Brabus first. Yeah, Brabus will probably tell us how this archetype works, or how to use the skills.
What you need, Wanderer? That boy what talks to the root? I don't trust Wally with a hot meal. But I also ain't dumb enough to cross him. I don't reckon he was any more specific. Right. Well, the boy's crazy, but he ain't stupid. And I can see your gear is, lacking, to say the least. If he asks, you tell him I gave you this. No charge. Riggs is gonna talk my ear off if I don't send you over to him next, isn't he? Fine. Go see Riggs, then. Tell him he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Rusted claws?
I bet Riggs could help me out. I should stop by sometime.
There's my gear. Got a handgun. Yeah, claws with melee weapon. Cool. Pair of old canine training bracers. Converted into deadly claws. It's for slashing and ripping and tearing. Ooh, it's an automatic rifle. Cool. Alright. Black Moth. Probably doesn't have a super high rate of fire. I'm gonna wait for the game to maybe try to explain that stuff. But of course, if it doesn't, I'll always do it myself. X is not interact, it's square.
What can I do for you? I don't suppose he was more particular about why. Ha! Yeah, that sounds like Brabus. Right. Well, I've got a pretty focused skill set. I reckon I know what he means. Come to me if you ever need to upgrade your equipment.
Sure, let's upgrade our Black Maw.
You know where to find me.
Better be worth my time, traveler. Shit. You're serious, aren't you? Alright, so what the hell is this journey? I swear, if that boy weren't so goddamn right all the time, he and I'd be having words. Percussive ones. Fine. Well, the only reason anyone bothers me is because I'm good with a hammer. So either I can modify your weapons, or we can find a more creative use for it. Tell you what, I heard you picked up something strange on your little jaunt earlier. Maybe I could do something with it.
So it says here ally. I wonder if that would cover myself? I'm my own best ally. Maybe my doggy? Because if not, then this would be a waste. Mod power requirements. Requirement. This sounds cool, but also this also. This also this.
That ought to help with whatever journey he saw you on. Just tell Wally to be more specific next time, yeah? So we're done here, right? Or do I need the hammer again? Let me save you some time so you don't keep nattering on. We used to live in that building over there. Then a stranger came. We called them the Wanderer. You might have noticed everyone gets a handle here. Anyway, they show up and stop the route. Now, we live in these buildings here. That cleared up for you? And me? I keep it real simple. Less to worry about that way. Okay, that's all you get. Bye now.
She probably means that building over there. That bunker. Anyway, though, let's go talk to Ford. Oh no, yeah, he said he would be somewhere else. So I have one fate point available. Maybe I should do something about that. Yeah, you know, before I do that, maybe I'll wait till the game decides to explain the system, because it looks familiar to like the previous game, but I know they've made some changes to like the traits, like the leveling up system for this game.
Now you look like you could help an old man take on the world. You ready to do this? Right. Let's see what dangers still lurk in the old ward. Still smells like home. Here, take this. Just crank the handle to make it work. This used to be a research facility, cutting edge. We did things down here nobody dreamed of. Not before nor since. Yet, for all our manpower, we didn't know what the stones really were. Until it was too late.
The stones?
The world stones. Giant red crystals that let us see into other worlds. Even travel to them. So, what? We just hide the stones away and hope the Soviets haven't found their own. No. We had to know everything there was to know about them. It was a matter of national security. Of pride. So, yeah. We opened the door and walked through.
But something was waiting on the other side.
It didn't happen right away. Hell, the inhabitants of the worlds we traveled to couldn't follow us. We thought we were safe. But yeah, the route found a way. After that, well... we all know what happened after that.
Yeah, this looks exactly like at least the layout of the old Ward 13 in Remnant 1. So that's cool.
Locked, huh? Well, this is my house. Come on. I gave Ellen a few things to hang on to, in case of emergency. She must have hidden it around here some... Come on, Ellie, where'd you hide it? That red thing. We call it a dragon heart. Don't ask why. Take it with you. You might need it. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, that's your healing item, your Estus flask, if you will. Only got 3 charges, but level that up eventually. Hope it's the same thing for this game.
There you are. Hurry up. Hey, take a look at that matchbook you found. I got a hunch. Let's get this door unlocked.
Oh, they got a whole Resident Evil thing going on now.
What are you waiting for?
I'm reading the item descriptions for the lore, old man. Sure, somebody like you would respect that.
Is that...
The World Stone. Yes. Or part of it, anyway. Every shard's as useful as the whole. We shut it down after Harsgard died. Like I told Ellen at the time. The damn thing's more dangerous than useful. Huh. Of course not. Never mind. Now, let's see if that worked.
Work to do what exactly?
So many years. So many journeys. I wonder if the Andrew Ford who first touched this crystal, did he ever come back? Go back. Tell Bo to bury this place. Not just lock it away, but get some explosives and bury it in a tomb of concrete. More dangerous than useful, traveler. Remember that.
Wait, okay.
Ford!
God damn, alright.
Ford! Oh, man. Bo is gonna be pissed.
That bastard did it. He actually woke it up.
Clementine? Hey!
Did he tell you how to use it? Do I even want to?
System failure is imminent. The core has been compromised. The utility is required. Commencing acquisition.
Ah! Help! Clementine! Don't let go! I'm slipping! Don't let it take me! Let her go!
Clementine! Shit! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No. No. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it. God, this is so stupid!
Use checkpoint. Guess I could just return or join game, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna get through this part here. Pretty sure it's still starting area.
Clementine! Ford? Shit. Where are you guys? This is all insane. Both the crystal and Ford. Better get moving if I'm gonna find Clementine.
Why didn't you come with me? No, you're just gonna warp here, I'm sure. You got special powers. powers of the world crystal as well. It'd be very funny though to see the dog jump down. And oh, there he is.
This looks important. Right, more about me.
Okay, my traps don't hurt me.
Wow. What is this place?
Impossible. Where did you come from? How did you find Nerud? You should not even exist. Your presence creates new, interesting possibilities. I have many questions. Find my tower within the wastes beyond. Look for a glowing white orb held aloft to the heavens. There, you will find me. We must speak. Find my tower. We must speak at once.
Okay, I can command my doggy to attack. Okay, I should really come up with a name for you. It'll come to me. Spending more time. We'll figure things out. I forget how viable a melee build was, and I think it was. It's kind of a gimmicky build, but it was definitely possible. It's cool. It's cool. Love sci-fi bullshit like this. And yeah, the first game was also pretty good. I will definitely be exploring like a lot in this game. Lots of side stuff to find and discover. Gonna take my sweet time. Yeah, I'm looking at this map and it doesn't actually show where I should be going. Except, yeah, I mean, like the game told me to look for a glowing white orb in a tower, so we already saw it. But, you know, I guess for like the purpose of this this being like the starting area, like the first time going through here, I think I will just mainline it for now, because I think we're still pretty much in the tutorial section.
Okay. Ooh. Glad that's over.
Yeah, that's not fair. That the enemies here are all flying and my dog can't reach them. Oh, that's not good. Okay. That's miasma. Okay, so it does look like my dog can hit these enemies. Well,
You're gonna feel that later.
that's so sick. That's so sick.
Come and get some.
Awesome. Great. Oh shit, that's a machine pistol.
Damn. Is it over?
Okay, so I think I thankfully I still had that one dragon heart use, because I think that's what you need to get picked up. Like it takes like one use of that. So, but now I'm all out. So I think if I die again, that's it. You know what, just for survivability's sake, maybe I should put... Well, okay. Okay, got a checkpoint. Perfect. And I like how friendly the game is at letting you, like, having that HUD element show up even behind obstacles, so you're not gonna miss it. Hello?
Against all predictions, you stand before me, living, breathing, an impossibility made manifest. The Seekers would have wept at the sight of you. How is it you came here? Fascinating. Were I not otherwise occupied, I would certainly investigate this phenomenon. Alas, only I remain as witness to your arrival. You cannot possibly understand the irrevocable impact your presence would have had on the Drasir. Yet, it is for the sake of the Drasir that I must, reluctantly, divert my attentions. I need your help to save this world, to save Nerud and all Drasir from entropy. I am the custodian, set in charge of this ship and its people. To fulfill my duties, I must acquire full control of Nerud's functioning. One and the same. Nerud is a construct, a world made not of stone, but of science. I control all of Nerud save one thing, the core. The Seekers hid it away within their tower, beyond my grasp. The Seekers are gone, but their keys remain. You must acquire these keys and enter their tower. Once inside, you need only shut down the core. I can then do what is needed. It is the only way to save Nerud. I will answer as best I can. You are the first and only of your kind I have encountered. If there are others like you, I have no knowledge of them.
Okay, so they probably got put into a different world, different dimension.
This is Nerud, the home and stellar
Or this guy could be
of the
lying.
once great Drasir.
Probably not,
It was
though.
created to find other life in the universe. Unfortunately, it found none. Until you came, of course. Our journey brought us here, to the center of the universe. The Drasir studied the phenomenon for many, many years. Within it, they found the secrets of creation itself. Naturally, the Drasir wished to enter the phenomenon, to meet their creator, as it were. Sadly, that turned out to be more dangerous than was calculated.
This is giving me some Outer Worlds Echoes of the Eye DLC vibes.
The core will give me access to the ship's controls. It is the only way that I can save the Drasir. With control of the ship, I can jump into Alepsis Tora. I have performed every calculation, and this is the only logical course of action. The only way to save the Drasir. That is a tragic tale. But I will oblige. The Drasir wished to enter Alepsis Tora. It was the only way for them to acquire the knowledge they needed. They did not do so blindly. They knew the risks, but all calculations showed success as a strong likelihood. What actually happened to the Drasir was unexpected. Before Nerud entered, the star still burned. But time moved slowly within Alepsis Tora. Only a century passed for Nerud. Outside, the universe died its long, slow death. There is no other course of action available. Nothing exists in the universe except for Nerud and Alepsis Tora. If the Drasir can be saved at all, it will be within the seat of creation.
Yeah, this is a hell of a way to start a game. Talking about the center of the universe and the seat of creation immediately, okay? In this universe. This is a different universe. Maybe? Probably. Yes. Let's just say. This is probably a multiverse thing. I think that was the case in the first game as well. Yeah, it's that. It's a multiverse thing. I think? I don't know. I will watch a video. Now I'll be more educated on at least the setting just the setting, I guess, of the Remnant world.
Alepsis Tora is a supermassive black hole unlike anything else previously encountered. It may seem counterintuitive, but my calculations are without error. This is the only logical course of action, and the only way to save the Drasir. Find the core and shut it down.
Okay, I guess that's what we're doing now? The chest. Huh. Yeah, I guess just dive into it. This is the game now. And maybe the finding Clementine and Ford will be like the overarching main quest, at least for this section of the game. But this is going to be our more direct objectives now, short-term objectives, is to just do whatever this dude has told us to do, the custodian, save the Drasir. But that will have to wait until next session, because it's getting real late over here. It's a weekday since the game just came out. It's Tuesday. I mean, it came out for people who had more money and were super excited to play the game over the weekend, but nah, I'm just getting it now, and like for the rest of us normal folks. Yeah, okay. I spent a lot more time just talking to people and haven't really dug into the game, like the mechanical aspects of the game just yet. Save that, I guess, for the next session. But for now, yeah. Like, this intro is kind of, I don't know, it's a bit dry. It doesn't really, it really presumes that you played the first game in a way that it does a lot of callbacks to it, and yeah, it seems to be like a direct continuation of that. and I guess for me, as somebody who has who played the first game and enjoyed it a lot and remember some of the characters and some of the narratives, it's like seeing these familiar faces and having these memories brought up has made this intro easier, but I don't know how it would be for people who are jumping into this game without having played the first one. Like, it's kind of a weirdly paced intro. Kinda, I don't know. I guess it just lets you wander the base for a while and just talk to everybody, and because that's what I ended up doing, just going through a lot of dialogue, and yeah, I wonder if this game will get into explaining how this stuff works in any more detail than it already, because so far it really hasn't, and I don't remember the first game doing doing much explaining either, following that Souls aspect, like, oh, they just expect the players to figure things out on their own, which, you know, fine. I can do that. But yeah. I wonder if the onboarding for this game will continue as I go through the rest of this first world or first level. I wonder. Certainly is already shown to be difficult. This hard mode, I guess, the setting that I chose is living up to expectations. Anyway, game probably auto-saved after talking to that guy. I think I should actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go to the stone, and you know what? I'll see if I can port back to Ward 13. See if anything happens if I do that. If there'll be some story stuff going on. Like, hey, I went to the World Crystal, and now Ford and Clementine are gone, and I was transported into this crazy world that's supposed to be near like the center of the universe. Okay, yeah, I guess I can come back. Yeah. Feels like the game is just, yeah, this is the actual start of the game now.
Oh, thank the Founder. You're alive.
Yeah, more story stuff. We'll let this play out.
What happened? I knew the Founder was up to something. I mean, who else wants to visit the old ward, huh? Look, I'm sorry you got involved in this, Traveler. So, then what happened? Wait, what? Clementine? Where is she? Is she okay? Right, sorry. Clementine, she means a lot to all of us. We gotta find her. I'll get everybody together. If she went through the World Stone, she could be anywhere.
Yeah, why not? Let's get the help, because holy shit. The bad guys, bad little drones in that other universe, they're out to kill me, and they did a lot of damage. Only thanks to my dog did I survive. I will come up with a name, definitely, for the next session.
Yeah, damn straight you could. She could be anywhere, like worlds away. All right, I'll get Brabus and Riggs. I'll tell them to... Oh, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what's out there any more than you do. Oh, I'd be putting the whole town at risk. And Clem wouldn't want that. Hell, it's a miracle you came back.
You're saying you're not gonna get the whole town help.
The town will help you all it can, but...
Okay, there you go.
I can't ask anyone to go out there. We gotta trust you to find her. Is that all right? Thanks, Traveler. Talk to the folks around town. They should have any supplies you need. You know, Ford used to tell me, old Commander Ford, not the Founder, that a leader and a hero are two different things. The leader's place is always with her people. I thought she was just taking a dig at her grandfather for leaving all the time, but I think I'm starting to understand her better now. Yeah, she's doing great. Can't keep her down, really. As soon as she heard you disappeared with the Founder, she was on her feet. Nothing the doc said would stop her. I don't know what she was doing all that time. Looking for you, maybe, or just keeping herself busy. Anyway, all that anxiety of hers turned out to be pretty helpful. She even set up shop over toward the entrance gate. You should go see her. She don't show it, but she's worried sick about you. Keeps talking about leaving, but never does. I've seen that before. Yeah, so... After you and the Founder went missing, Riggs and I went looking for you. Found the stone floating and glowing like the old days. And I had a hunch what happened. You know, not my first experience with this thing, you know? I wanted it out here this time, so we could help anyone who came through right away. Turns out that was the right choice. Who knows how long it would have taken you to get out of that old ward.
Oh yeah, like so the stone, they pulled the stone out of the bunker and put it outside the rest of the ward. Okay, that's cool, because yeah, that was that thing I was thinking, like, oh, do I have to keep going back down there to access the world stone so I can fast travel to different dimensions? Okay, thankfully that doesn't seem to be the case.
Right. So, long time ago, when the Root were still everywhere, I helped the Wanderer get to the oldest ward somewhere out past the... tell the truth, I don't even know where it is. Now that's the thing about the World Stone. They don't give you any idea where you are or how you got there. I don't know how the Wanderer got used to it. Yeah, that's what they call them. Yeah, I didn't come up with it. Yeah, the Wanderer did all the real stuff. Entered the ward, fought the Root, found Clementine. Anyway, yeah, I know better than most. Anything can come out of one of these things. I mean, I knew she was gone. I just didn't know she was that gone. Clem takes off from time to time, you know? It's just her way. She'll disappear for hours, sometimes days at a time. Well, I never liked it, but she can take care of herself, yeah? And it's not like I could stop her anyway. And she always came back, saying she just needed to be alone for a while, and I can respect that. I just wish she'd talk to someone, you know? Yeah, well, the Founder's his own thing, ain't he? It's not the first time he's disappeared on us. Not even the 5th time. Commander Ford, the Founder's granddaughter, used to say relying on the Founder was like running across rubble. Now, you could do it for a while, but sooner or later, it'll let you down. Now, I don't know if I'd go that far, but Founder Ford, he was always more of like... well, more of an idea to us than a leader. Hell, when I was a kid, everyone thought he'd been dead for years. But that's the thing about the Founder. He never stays gone. A week, a year, a decade. Somehow, he always finds his way back here. Stay safe, Traveler.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, right smack dab in the middle. Okay, cool. Although, I'm guessing you can still go back to the old ward, Ward 13, inside the bunker, and explore. I'm sure it'll have a bunch of secrets to discover. kind of like in the previous game. Like if you mess around with that place. But okay, so go upgrade my weapon, but I think this is a good place for me to stop for now. We'll do that. And yeah, it's absolutely perfect that the first world that I go to has just a bunch of flying enemies that don't touch the ground, and the first mod that I pick is the one that puts traps on the ground. So that's just great. Anyway, yeah, I'm guessing the game's auto saves, so probably safe for me to leave now. Yeah. That's it. First session of Remnant 2. Barely really got to do much playing. A lot of exposition and lore stuff. So more tomorrow, for sure. That's it.